The 2023 Metro Vancouver homeless count numbers are out. New in the count this year were questions about residential school. 1/3 of those who responded identified as Indigenous. Of them, 64% said they had a history or family connection with residential schools. The schools have been closed for decades, but for many Indigenous people struggling with homelessness in the city, it's like the schools are still open. We're about to meet up with an outreach group that serves bagged lunches in the downtown east side. Among those they serve are residential school survivors and others who didn't go but still live with its impacts. Charles Morrison vividly remembers his residential school experience. The Haisla First Nation member went to the Alberni Indian Residential School in 1964. He ran away, but to this day, he can't outrun his trauma.
I only went there 1 year, but that 1 year just totally screwed up my whole life, because when I had to run away, from there, and I didn't realize how selfish I was until I got back home again, because my family was on the other side yet, and I was home, and I struggled with that a lot, and I blame myself for abandoning them. So, excuse me. I believe the numbers because I see a lot of myself down here and the people I see, and it's really hard to see. And now I know it's part of the residential school. I have a lot of friends down here that have gone to residential school, and their grandkids are even down here now too, living on the streets, and intergenerational trauma.
Thanks for waiting. I would be first generation that didn't attend residential school. Both my parents attended residential school, and my stepmom actually attended residential school. Growing up on reserve and seeing that some households were very different from mine, and I remember asking myself, or saying to myself, like, where's the love? Because I had a very loving grandparent, I had loving parents within the home, and we were always very well cared for, and I seen some households were very different. As I started to learn more about it and understand the impacts and the dysfunctions that have impacted our communities and our households, that's kind of what brought me to working with the homeless, because I was very fortunate and I'm able to give back something.
You've been an outreach worker down here for a long time.
6 years.
6 years?
Yeah. Majority of the people that I interact with, my clients I have 3 that are in the area that went to residential school. Many of our clients are intergenerational trauma who were raised by their grandma or their grandparents or their parents who went to residential school.
They're still impacting people who didn't even go. Why do you think that is?
Well, those traumas that the parents and grandparents endured, they brought that home. The uncles, the aunts, they brought that home. And unfortunately carried on those traumas to the kids. And now those kids, unfortunately, some of them end up down here, and they're running from the traumas. And this is something I've always mentioned, that that this is why we established the All Nations Outreach Society, is that we want to stop that running and let them know that it's okay to hurt, but don't die doing so.
My daughter and her son are down here. I came down here to help them survive, and I've been here ever since. I want to move home, but there's no places to live up north for me. I live with my family, but nobody helped. Like, remember that saying, it takes a village to raise a child? It doesn't work. Because, my whole family was kind of abandoned, and when I ran away, nobody in my family helped me. I wouldn't get food, no wood, no nothing. I think we have to heal. Even that's hard, because there's no facilities around that will take in people for residential school.
Stories like this can be upsetting and invite painful feelings and memories. If you or someone you care about is looking for support, you can reach the National Residential School Crisis Line. The number's there, 1-866-925 4419. It operates 24 hours a day and is available for survivors, intergenerational survivors, and their loved ones.